Hello and welcome to me and my Golf TV, and welcome to your Masters Picks and Tips 2016 Pierce. The Masters is starting tomorrow. I'm excited, are you?
Cannot wait. So you're actually probably watching the par 3 tournament at the same time we're watching this video as well. But yes, as you said, Andy, it starts tomorrow. Cannot wait.
It's probably, for me, it's probably the most exciting Masters it's been in a long time. You've got so many players. You've got Jason Day, you've got Adam Scott, you've got McIlroy, you've got Fowler, all up in there who could have a chance of getting that green jacket.
There's no one person you say they're definitely going to win it. When Tiger wins his pomp, he was going to win it, but now it's like, as you say, it's wide open.
Exactly, and Tiger's announced that he's not playing, which is a shame, but I think the fact that he left it so long is a great sign. There could be maybe him coming back fairly soon.
US Open, I would hope he'll be back.
Yeah, so we do miss him anyway. Okay, so today we're bringing you some tips and our picks who we feel could take that green jacket home. We've actually teamed up with 15th Club. Now they're actually a data company. They're a company who deal with PGA Tour and European Tour players and use data to really give them that competitive edge on the field. Now looking at key stats, Pierce, that could give them that edge that they need to win the Masters, and really look at what the previous winners have done and sort of what we can do with that data to really help us pick our winners as well.
Some of the information we've got, we would have never really known. It would have taken us months and months to research. Actually, it's taken them months and months to research. Exactly. They've been doing this for a long time, so yes.
So let's look at the data that they've given us then. So in terms of winning the Masters, from the data that they've got, the two most important holes at the Masters are the 13th and the 15th. The par 5s, this is where the players can really gain those shot speeds. The par 5s really play a big role in that. And since 1970, winners have gained 18% of their advantage on the field on those two holes. I mean, that's massive, isn't it?
That's crazy. And you think about it, don't you? Especially on the Sunday, we look forward to seeing people when they get to the par 5s, and they must look forward to it themselves. Get past 10, 11, 12 and go, right now I can make a birdie on 13 and hopefully 15, and then hopefully sort of carry the momentum on 16, 17.
That's why it's always exciting on the back line, isn't it? I mean, Mickelson alone, in 2010, he gained almost 5 shots on the field on hole number 13 alone.
That's crazy.
So 13 alone, and that, I mean, Mickelson's a long player.
Yeah.
You need to have the game to play these holes well. I mean, a draw definitely suits that tee shot off there, which a lot of the players are going to be practicing, I'm sure, for that as well.
Faith for him.
Exactly, yeah. And the 2015, the easiest scoring hole on the golf course was number 13, and that was 4.5 strokes. So you can see how the players are really taking advantage of that par 5 and making it a little bit easier.
Yeah, and they've got to be able to do that. They've got to be able to hit that good tee shot to get it in play, haven't they? So there's a certain style of tee shot that they've got to be able to hit.
We'll come to the tips a little bit later, maybe. So golfers who went for, he says, good stat for you, golfers who went for the green from the fairway gained 0.72 strokes on the players who laid up.
Okay.
So what a stat that is. I mean, again, knowing that information, if you know that information, you're on the middle of the fairway, and let's say you're 220 yards away, okay, and you're thinking, should I go for it, raise creeks there, or should I lay up? Now, this is telling us here then you've got a much better chance of gaining an advantage on the field if you actually go for the green.
Yeah, the stats provided there actually do push you in the direction. So it's important for these players now. They can make decisions based on these stats.
Exactly. And the average shot was from the fairway was 220 yards to the green. So again, you not only on 13 need that high draw off the tee, you need to play a good long line shot into the second shot. You've got the water in the front, you've got a tricky green, everything feeds down to the right, so you need to be able to hit that sort of high soft landing shot. Mickelson's sort of shot springs to mind off the pine straw when on 13 there, so he played 6 iron from, I think, probably similar distance actually.
220 or 227 or 223, something like that.
Pretty special. So 13 is going to be a key role, but 15 Pierce is equally as important.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just got some numbers here. I mean, 87% of the players who hit the fairway last year went for the green. So, they're obviously hitting it long enough on the hole, but when they are, 87% of those players who hit that fairway went for the green. So that is it just shows you that they are attacking that hole all the time. And as you said, Andy, they need that high, soft landing shot because they've got water front, and obviously the green slopes back toward the water. And then if they pitch into that bank, it's rare they stop on that, they roll down. And then, but if they go too far, you've got to hit it a long way too far. But if it's coming in very flat, it could hit the green, run through, and it could go out the water on the other side. So it requires that high, soft landing shot. Only 2 players laid up in the final round. Only 2 players.
It's interesting that the layup shot actually, because if you're left with, let's say, 100 yards, a 70 or an 80 yard shot in, it's a scary shot. You know,
Yeah.
you've got the crowd watching you. It's on downhill lie. You've got the water short. You've got a lot of spin on the golf ball as well. And the players don't want that ball spinning back when it gets onto that green because it's obviously moving towards the water. So really, they want to get the maximum yardage off the tee, Pierce, on 15 to give them a good chance of actually hitting, let's say, 5, 6 iron, and if they can. And get it past there. Even if they miss it big, they're still in a slightly better position.
And the average second shot was 230 yards in, so it's very similar to 13. The average second shot was 230 yards into the green. But check these stats out, Dan. Check these stats. So 1970, the average score on the hole was 4.9. So it shows you even back in 1970 it was a birdieable par 5, but the average score on it now, or last year, was 4.57. So quality of player, modern technology again, because they've actually done their best. That the hole is longer than it was in 1970. They even cut the fairway back towards the tee now, so the ball runs less. So it just shows you how much more aggressive players are now, and it also shows you how much the technology perhaps has improved, and the quality of the player, obviously.
Yeah. So it just shows these 2 key holes. It's going to be great to watch because it's make or break. If you can take advantage, you can really gain those strokes on the field on 13 and 15.
Okay, so what we're saying is, Andy, to play 13 and 15 well, high draw will suit well, especially on 13 because it follows the contours, and then you've got to be able to play a long shot from 220, 230 that's going to stop quickly. So let's just go to the golf course and show some tips on how to do that. But don't go away after that because we're going to give you our top picks.
Okay, so to play that perfect high draw, we need a high launch angle off the club face. We need the ball to start right of target and then curve back. Pierce, how can we help the viewers at home do that?
Okay, get 2 alignment sticks. This really helps because we've got one on our target line, which is 20 to 30 yards away. You can see it's directly in line with the middle of the bunker down there. We've got one here, which is across my chest, which I'll talk to you about in a moment. But obviously the objective is that we want to start the golf ball right of this alignment stick and then bend it to the left. Okay? So the one thing that we've got this alignment stick here for is that your shoulder alignment can go a long way to determine your path of the club when you're striking the golf ball. So let's bear that in mind when we talk about this. So when we're talking about a high shot, we want to tee the golf ball higher and we want to put it further forward in the stance than we would do normally. So that golf ball is further forward in the stance than it would be normally. Now you can notice when I'm doing this, look at my shoulders, Andy. They're now pointing open or to the left of my target or left of that target line there. So the problem is obviously from that, if I swing to the left, I'm not going to be able to play a draw because I need the path of the club to go more out to the right. So ball forward with the high tee and then get those shoulders and point them more to the right. Then you'll probably find you'll have to get your body and move it around to there as well. So you can see now straight away I'm now encouraging a path to go more to the right, which is great for getting the golf ball starting to the right and playing the draw. With a club face position now, we want to point it about target, but basically somewhere between the target line and the club path is the ideal place to point it, and that's where we want to return it when we hit the golf shot.
Perfect. So just changing those setup, and do you know what the great thing about this is? You're going to have some awareness of where the shoulders are.
Yeah.
And what I like about these alignment sticks, it's going to really show you where your ball's starting, and really that's the key to play this draw. You want us to get the ball starting right and then curving back. So great way to do this. But some awareness when you're practicing, Pierce, isn't it?
It is indeed. I wouldn't recommend hitting golf shots with it in there, but it definitely does give you that awareness. So, club about target, aiming the body now more to the right with the ball position forward. I'm getting used to that because of the alignment stick. And then from there, Andy, just pull the trigger. Get that club swinging out to the right of the target line.
Okay, let's see if we can
Let's get that high draw. 13th at Augusta. Nice.
And there's some serious height on that. It's bending back. Almost at the bunker, Pierce. Not a bad shot there.
Nice. Okay, Andy, we've got 220 yards left. This is exactly what the players are going to be faced with. How are we going to go about this?
Right, well, the players are going to be faced with playing probably a long iron shot now, Pierce, but if we want the ball to go high and land softly, it's very difficult to get that with a long iron for the average golfer. So take advantage and use a hybrid. These hybrids are designed, the shape of them are just designed to help get that golf ball getting in the air, Pierce, and that's what's going to help us land it softly onto the green. So I'm going to have a go with a hybrid on this.
As will the majority of the tour pros. They'll be using hybrids now more so than long irons.
Definitely. So all you need is some spray paint. This is a great way to practice. Now the important thing when using a hybrid, it is strike. If we can consistently strike the golf ball, we're going to get the shot that we need. So spray paint, we want about an inch thick line at 90 degrees to your target line. Now the idea of this really, Pierce, is that when we play the shot with an iron, we'd normally want to see a divot appear after the white line. Now with a hybrid, we want somewhere in between the driver and the iron, a hybrid shot where we can actually just brush the white line away. So we're going to make some swings, and all we want you to do is see if we can brush the white line away. Okay, we still want some interaction with the ground. That's what's going to give us the solid strike. and that's what's going to give us the air time and land it softly.
Okay, let's see you play the shot then.
Okay, so great way to practice this is and give you some feedback where the bottom of the golf swing is. So see if we can take out that white line. And that's gone high.
Beautiful.
Coming down very softly.
Soft.
And we're going to see that a lot this week.
Nice shot.
Thank you. Okay, so 2 great tips that you're going to see the players do, that high draw and that long shot that hopefully is going to land soft and create some eagle opportunities.
Going to see a few, aren't we?
We are going to see a few, hopefully, yeah. So let's get into the picks then, shall we? Would you like to go first?
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go with Rory McIlroy. So lots of stats suggest that obviously Rory might win, but also other people like Henrik Stenson, who's in great form. You know, was it Jim Hedman just won the weekend as well, got into the Masters, so you never know someone who's on fire that way. You know, Mickelson obviously plays really well, and he's been playing pretty good this year, so there's a lot of people, as we said, could win. But I'm going Rory McIlroy, and I've got some stats here which are going to show you why I've picked him. So, okay, so obviously it fits his game pretty well, but what he has done, he has trended up in the way that he plays these par 5s in the last few years. So back in 2012, he was 40th, okay, on the par 5s. Last year, he was 4th on the way he played the par 5s. So he actually didn't play the par 5s that well, which you would think is a bit strange for Rory McIlroy. Hits the ball a long way and, you know, very powerful player. So definitely think that he is going to win the Masters based on that theory.
I mean, perfect for his game. Long off the tee, high draw.
High draw.
You know, could it happen this year?
Yeah, and he will put the most effort into this major, you'd like to think, compared to the other majors. I know he hasn't won this year, but he's won all the other majors. He needs this one for the career Grand Slam, so he's going to do it.
Right, so my pick, again, lots of ones to pick from. Henrik Stenson finished 2nd at the Shell Houston Open this weekend. And then you had, I mean, as you mentioned, Dustin Johnson, he finished 3rd. And we even had Rafa Cabrera-Bello. I mean, he's on form as well. So, I mean, my pick, I mean, I've got to go for him. I've got to go for Jason Day. Best golfer in the world right now, you know, especially on 15th Club Performance Index as well. I mean, he's long off the tee. He's a little bit wayward sometimes, but Augusta's got some wide fairways, so he can afford to be a little bit wayward off the tee. But he's somebody who suits that high draw. He can play that shot. And one thing he's really improved on the last year is between 150 and 225 yard shots in Pierce. So talking about these par 5s and what's necessary to play these well, I mean, that's perfect. You know, if he can pull these shots off during this week, he's certainly going to be up there.
So the way he hits the golf ball, he'll be in from 150, not from 220. Exactly, when he plays those par 5s, because he is bombing it at the moment.
Right, let's go for the outsiders.
Outsiders, right. Ian Poulter. Now, Ian Poulter, a man perhaps not in the best of forms last year, but playing a bit better this year. Had a good finish just recently. He just plays the Masters well. He gets up for the Masters. He's a fantastic putter. But if we have a look at some of the numbers, which is the main part, not just based on what we see on TV, he's only missed 1 cut in 11 appearances there.
The Masters,
That's pretty impressive, isn't it? So he's always someone who seems to appear on the last day as well. You know, he's probably never quite in contention, but he sort of makes his way up the leaderboard. So hopefully he'll do that.
Top 10 last year as well.
Yeah, and I think that the one big thing for him as well is that it's Ryder Cup year, and he really obviously loves the Ryder Cup. So he wants to make sure that Darren Clark is not going to pick him as a wild card, which he probably will, but he's going to make sure he doesn't pick him as a wild card. So he wants to get in there by rights, I suppose.
And if there's anybody who can will a win, it's going to be Poulter, isn't it?
Man,
he can certainly will it to win.
Yeah, good on Andy. Who are you
Okay, right, I'm going to go with Patrick Reed. Again, somebody who's a little wild off the tee. Again, this is based on some of the stats from 15th Club. A little bit wild off the tee, but he's putted very well at courses similar to Augusta. Places like Firestone, host of the WGC Bridgestone, and also Muirfield Village, so host of the Memorial. So I think, you know, I like Patrick Reed as well. He's a very confident guy, maybe a little too confident sometimes, but
is he the American Ian Poulter?
Yeah, I think he is. I think we've picked the two guys whose confidence levels and will could just actually get them a few places higher.
I like it. Right, okay, guys. So enjoy the tournament, but also, if you may have wondered why this snuck in and why it was in the videos, look at this limited edition season opener tailor-made staff bag. All of the players, Jason Day included. Ooh, it's very nice, isn't it? This is like a proper TV show. This is going up for grabs. So you just need to go to our Facebook or our Instagram channels, like them, comment on the post which has this bag in, the main post which has this bag, and you'll see it's very easy. And also put down who you think is going to win.
Yeah, tell us
let us know who you think is going to win, and maybe put down a sentence on why you think he's going to win. But good luck on that. Loads more giveaways to come as well. But this is a real. Can I win this?
No, you can't win this.
Okay. Right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Look, that's our first sort of style video we've done like this with these picks and tips, or tips and picks, however you want to say it. Do you want us to do this again? So do you want to do it for the rest of the majors? Do you want to do it for some more tournaments, not the rest of the tournaments, but some more tournaments throughout the year? We'd like to do that, wouldn't we?
Yeah, definitely. So post your comments down below, guys. Let us know again your winner. Let us know if you want us to do this again. Enjoy the Masters. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you tomorrow for my swing analysis. Don't miss it, guys.
Don't miss that.